Hi beauties! Today I'm going to show you how to make a decorative wreath, and I am doing a collab with Jenny Apiag and Haley Williams to do a Dollar Tree Easter Spring collab. So today I'm going to be making a wreath for your door using mesh and some of these glitter berries, these nice beautiful big Gerber daisy clips in blue, yellow, and orange. And then, I wanted to point out that these have those alligator clips on them so that I could change them out and not have to glue them down. It makes for a very easy project to change every season. And then of course you need the wire wreath, and I got this also at the Dollar Tree for only $1. This is a nice large size, measuring 14 inches here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take off some of these tags while we're waiting for the hot glue gun to heat up. And I'm going to take all the flowers off, just getting everything ready so you don't have to sit and watch me do all of that. I will, however, show you that I'm going to cut these berries off, and I'm going to leave them long, about 5 or 6 inches or so. And then I also want to keep those glitter leaves on there because they are just a really beautiful shimmer color. So now this is the mesh. I ended up getting 3 rolls of it. I probably could have used 4, but I made it work with 3. And so this is going to cost about $7 to make. 4 would be $8, still a great price compared to, say, Michael's, where I've seen these sold for $70 to $100. So the hardest part is what I'm doing now, and that's going to be starting off this little mesh wreath. But you're going to take that ribbon and you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to stick it through. You need to figure out how big you want your loops on the outside of the wreath. So you might want it nice and big and fluffy, you might want it small and fluffy, but you'll see later what I chose to do. And I'm going to use the hot glue gun here to start it off. You do want to make sure that you have this. You could use floral wire or something, but you want to keep the mesh together as you start. So I opted for the hot glue, and ouch, I went ahead and burnt my fingers, and ouch again. Let me get the glue off my fingers. So that's what happened, but I chose to use the hot glue. I wanted the instant gratification of having it done immediately. So I chose to hot glue, but you could choose some kind of tape, you could choose another type of glue, or floral wire, whatever you choose. So again, we're just starting off. This is the hardest part, I believe, and that is making everything stick together, deciding how big you want your loops. So the way you do this, and you'll see I gave that a turn just to hold everything together. You're going to hold with one hand, and then on the other hand is where you make your loops and push everything through. So you will see me here. I decide how big I want those loops. So I have it about 3 inches or so up off of the metal frame. And so I take about 6 inches of the mesh and then poke it down in there. Then I take, and right here I'm having a little bit of trouble because again this is the beginning, deciding how I want everything, and I think that will work for me. So see how I fold it in half there and then stick it through, and I'm constantly looking, making sure that this is exactly how I need it, and pushing it together. see how that made that big loop? That's because I didn't fold it first. So I fold it, then I give it that turn, and look at that beautiful ribbony mesh that worked so well together doing that. So sticking it in there, holding it with the other hand, and you just continue to do that back and forth until you get the desired look that you want. And I often flip it over back and forth to make sure everything's working well. And pulling it together there. And see, I fold it in half again. Give it a little turn and then stick it in there. And that's all it is. You're just going to do that and complete back and forth, one at a time, and holding the back end. So I'm speeding this up a little bit so you can see, and then I'll show you. I get to the end of the roll and I decide I'm going to flip it over here. So we'll just wait till I get to the end of the roll there. So you can see I could have used more of the mesh if I wanted to, but I had a fine time. So now I'm spreading that out, and I'm going to see how I like it, and then decide where I want to hot glue everything down in the back again. So taking my hot glue, put a little bit on there, just to hold some of those ribbon in place. And again, be careful, because especially with the mesh, that hot glue gun, and that goes through that mesh so easily. Boom, got me again. There you go. So I've decided that looks good for me, and I'm going to go ahead and start on my next roll. So I open up the second roll, and we'll just go ahead and go through. I did all of it over and over, and now I'm showing you how I got to the final end, and ending up putting the ribbon again with the hot glue to hold everything in place. You'll see here, I'll look, I know exactly what pieces are needing to be put down because you can see them just flipped over. And now, any straggled pieces that may not have looked well, I go through and grab those and put a little glue and glue them as well. So I'm looking at the side to see what I've missed, if anything, rearrange, then go back and hot glue where I need to hot glue. So I know you can see the wire frame through there, but I'm okay with it because now I'm going to grab my flowers and start putting those on. So I'm going to take the alligator clip, I'm going to take the berries and clip it, and then I'm going to clip that whole thing to a piece of the mesh. And you want to make sure you get a good piece of the mesh so it's not just flopping around. And then I will get another flower and do the same thing. And I will have beads, those little berries facing different directions. Flowers, I'll have them spaced apart. I'm just going to go around with those 6 flowers and berries. And then this is the finished product. So you can see the beautiful flowers, how they came out. And I just want to thank you guys. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.